Last week, we talked about how some charities have a tough time during the recession, but now comes their toughest test, the holidays. That's when most people give to the needy. But while pinching all your pennies, how can you make the most of your giving when times are tight? Here with 5 tips is contributing editor for SmartMoney.com, Stephanie Allwater.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, good morning. Good to have you here in person.
Great to be here.
So December is the big season to give.
That's right. Now really is the time when people are getting in those donations before the end of the year.
Okay, so what do you need to know about a charity before you fork over the cash?
Well, you definitely do want to make sure that a charity is legit before you make that donation. Unfortunately, there are some scams out there, and other charities, while not outright scams, may not use much of your contribution towards the cause itself. Instead, a big chunk of it could go to administrative costs. Now, a great website to help you out with this is charitynavigator.org. It will help you figure out how your money will be spent, and generally speaking, you want to see 75% or more of your contribution going to that cause.
What kind of documentation should you expect from the charity in return for the donation?
Well, charitable donations can be great tax breaks, but you really do want to know all of the rules. First, you need to itemize your taxes. You also need to pick an IRS-approved charity, and for help with that, you can go to the website guidestar.org. When you make that donation, you do want to get a receipt, particularly if your donation is $250 or more. And if you get something in return for that donation, maybe it's a dinner, you need to deduct that cost of that gift from your donation when you file your taxes.
There are some ways that when you're out holiday shopping, you can actually get stuff, and then that stuff generates donations for an organization. Explain to that.
That's right. When you're shopping, you're going to see all sorts of products tied to a cause. It could be, say, hand lotion that has the breast cancer logo on it. And this is a fine thing, and collectively it can lead to a sizable donation. But you really do want to be aware that this is a marketing campaign. In some cases, only a teeny tiny percentage of your purchase price is going towards that cause. So if you really care about the issue, find another way to contribute.
All right. And what if you don't have cash? A lot of us are tight right now. What do you do? How can you make a difference?
You can definitely donate used goods. You can donate used books, computers, a car, clothes. Now, some charities are looking for specific items. Dress for Success, for example, is a pretty well-known charity that's looking for women's business clothes. Other charities like the Salvation Army will take pretty much anything. Now, to get that tax deduction, you do need to donate items that are in good condition, and you need to give a realistic estimate of what they're worth, which is going to be quite different than what you paid for it.
And so lastly, you also say you can ask people, your friends, for gifts in a donation instead of that gift.
That's right. If you can't give money or items this year, you could ask your friends to, instead of giving you a gift, make a charitable donation on your behalf to a charity of your choice. Also, another great thing to do is to volunteer your time. I'm actually going to do this next week, doing a day at a food bank, and it's such a great way to give back to your community, and it's a great thing that everybody can do. You can even get your kids involved.
That's awesome of you. Very cool.
It should be fun.
All right, Stephanie Allwater from SmartMoney.com. Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here.
And for more on this and other great articles to save you some cash, just go to the up-to-the-minute page at cbsnews.com and click on Money Talks.